beautiful. It's a Saturday afternoon on a long weekend, and I hope you can hear me because I'm rushing to get a train to Richmond and I'm out of breath. And I was thinking of just going to shops near where I live just to have a look around, but you know what? I thought, let me, excuse my breathlessness, let me get out of my comfort zone and go to Richmond and have a look around there instead.
Today I thought I would take you on a day out with me to enjoy the sunshine.
So after running for the train, and I thought I had 2 minutes, which 2 minutes is usually when the train is there. And now it's been announced that the train is delayed by 6 minutes.
As we travel to Richmond, I thought I would talk about how we need to get out of our comfort zone. For a few years now, I've really liked my own company too much and have found myself staying at home more and more. But I know this isn't healthy. In all honesty, I like doing things on my own and not have to take other people's views into consideration. Is this bad? I've come to enjoy a lot of things since being on my own, and staying at home in the comfort of my own room is really down to a combination of things that's made me not want to go out and be with other people. The main reason that I stay at home is because of starting over again at over 50. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that when I moved to Surrey in February last year, I literally had nothing. This has made me think about the future, and the lack of finances mean that I have to work extra hard to get some income for retirement. The thought of retirement worries me, so I stay at home and work to get a better income and security for the future. The second reason I stay at home a lot is to do with finances. Last year when I was still in Epsom, I had very little money, which meant that if I had unexpected financial commitments, I had to sacrifice some of my food budget to pay for whatever I needed to pay for. There were many times when I had more month than food, and I would have to make what little food I had last until the next benefits payment. This made me frugal to save money in case I have bills that I may not have expected. I have a dental bill coming up shortly, so I have been saving up for that instead of spending money on stuff I don't really need. Thankfully, income from my job enables me to save some money every month, and I at least no longer have to worry about going without food till I get paid. Recently, I've been feeling the need to get out more. Maybe it's because of the sunny weather, but I've begun to feel that I'm ready to start exploring the outside world again. Today is one of those days. I had only planned to stay local, but the sunshine made me feel brave enough to venture further afield. I really didn't want to waste the good weather just by walking around the shops. I wanted to be outside and enjoy being with other people. This doesn't necessarily mean talking or socializing with other people, but I just wanted to be around the hustle and bustle of life. Being out and about may seem like nothing to a lot of people, but having lived a bit of a hermit life for the past few years, this is a small step for me in getting out of my comfort zone. One reason that I was bold to go to Richmond was because I wanted to go to Whole Foods. But on my way to Whole Foods, I came across this shop and I couldn't resist going in. It's shops like these that makes me miss living in London. When I studied for my 3-year diploma in nutrition, I learnt all about sustainability and looking after our planet. Learning about things that we use can affect the planet. I'm more conscious of being able to recycle and reuse things. I'm also a lot more conscious about what I put in my body as well as on my body, especially more so when I learnt all about how perimenopause and menopause affects us. Which is why I love shops like these that support sustainability. And yes, I did buy that pink straw. I also bought some lavender hand wash, which one of the shop assistants kindly filled a recyclable bottle for me. After finishing in the shop, I decided to get something that I could eat by the river. I'd only had a light breakfast, and by this time I was hungry for what became a late lunch. Then I made my way down the cobblestone pathway to the river. This is a pretty well-known path to the river, and during the winter, when the tide is high, this area of the pathway would get flooded. As you can see here. I underestimated how busy it was going to be. And it looks like a lot of people had the same idea as me. The lower terraces were packed. Thankfully, there was space at the top to sit down, enjoy the views, and have my lunch. As I sat enjoying the view, I couldn't help but notice that there were lots of couples there too. Many years ago, the scenes of couples enjoying each other's company in the sunshine would have made me envious. But as I felt the warmth of the sun on my face and arms, all I could think of was the pleasure of sitting there on my own and enjoying my own company without breaking the peacefulness in my thoughts by having to make conversation with someone. Even though I was surrounded by people, I was at peace. And I was grateful to the universal mind or energy for the peace in my heart at that moment in time. I'd had such a stressful and traumatic few years that I languished in the peace that I felt sitting there. Even though I was surrounded by lots of people, I wished I'd gone earlier in the day as it was already late afternoon. I made my way back down the terraces and to the high street so that I could have time to browse the shops before catching my train back home. I don't know about you, but another shop that I can't help going into are bookshops. It had been the longest time since I'd been able to have a leisurely browse through books. So here I am, looking at cookery books. I must have hundreds of pounds worth of books in my storage facility, and I look forward to the day that I can show them off again when I'm living in my own place. But for now, I'll have to contend with enjoying looking through these books. As I make my way back home, I hope that you've enjoyed a day by the river with me, and I'll see you in the next video.